I want you to take a moment and think of one form of clean energy. And odds are that you thought of either wind or solar power. What if I was to tell you that neither of these forms of energy are truly clean? Yes, even though wind and solar are technically treated as clean energy, we need to stop using them because, in fact, they hide many ugly secrets. After researching this topic and reviewing some official data, I can only come to the conclusion that wind and solar energy both waste taxpayer dollars as well as natural resources. So today I'm going to show you some problems with wind and solar energy, why they shouldn't be used as current forms of energy, and what we can replace them with. So, what's wrong with wind and solar energy? Well, we need to stop using wind and solar energy because they aren't very efficient at what they do, and they have some ecological impacts. So, if you want to use a form of energy that saves the planet, then you might consider opting out of wind energy. Yes, on average, wind turbines kill thousands of birds and bats every year, and these creatures are important for pollination as well as other natural processes. Wind and solar are less efficient than traditional forms of energy, and they require vast amounts of lands in order to produce their energy. So, what are some reasons why we shouldn't use these forms of energy? Well, when it comes to recyclability, neither is very recyclable. Looking at wind turbines, after a lifespan of about 15 to 20 years, something must be done with the turbine. But it's a problem. Due to its fiberglass construction, much of the wind turbine is unable to be recycled, and many of the turbine blades end up being buried in the ground. If we look at solar panels, it's even worse, as they are almost impossible to recycle. According to Michael Schellenberger's 2018 article, if solar panels are so clean, why do they produce so much toxic waste? We see that these panels contain toxic chemicals such as lead and cadmium, which end up labeling the panels as hazardous waste, and they must be disposed of as such. On that same note, these toxic chemicals can also be literally washed out of the solar panel under heavy rain, and that could end up with these chemicals leaching into the ground and contaminating water sources. Now, one final reason is probably pretty clear. You need wind or sunlight for these forms of energy to function properly, and when you don't have that, these can't function at maximum capacity, and that's what we see. So, if we're going to get rid of wind and solar, what are we going to replace them with? Well, I think the obvious choice is nuclear energy, as it is both cleaner, more efficient, and produces almost no emissions. According to Strata's 2017 report, Footprint of Energy, the power produced by a nuclear power plant covering only 1.7 square miles would require a wind farm of 169 square miles and a solar farm of 21 square miles. So as we can see, nuclear uses much less area than either wind or solar. In addition, according to the Nuclear Energy Institute's informational piece, nuclear fuel, a uranium pellet the size of a fingertip can produce the same amount of energy as 1 ton of coal, 149 gallons of oil, or 17,000 cubic feet of natural gas. Now, for those who are concerned about the safety of nuclear reactors, ever since the dawn of nuclear power, we've been developing better safety procedures and radiation containment. According to the World Nuclear Association's piece in 2019, Safety of Nuclear Power Reactors, there have only been 3 major accidents with nuclear power plants, and safer reactor designs have been developed to help prevent meltdowns. So, in conclusion, we can see there are many flaws with both solar and wind power, and nuclear is about as perfect as it gets when it comes to clean energy or energy in general. So today we've seen that wind and solar are not the future of clean energy. They have many flaws, and nuclear power should be used instead. The next time you think about clean energy, I want nuclear energy to come to mind, not wind or solar power. Thank you.